Hey guys, it's me. So there's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and it has been just like, I guess, weighing on me. Um, with being a minimalist and just being zero waste and trying to keep conscious, I don't know, trying to think and live with purpose and just buy things not because you just see them and want them, because that's what marketing does, is intrigue buyers and make you really have this feeling sparked of need or want. And so I've just trying to be really smart about what I buy, and especially like shirts and stuff. I've actually made like a bullet journal, and I have an expense tracker in there. And so if I want something, even if it's like almost a necessity, I will put it in there, and if I still want it after the 30 days, then I will buy it. And that kind of helps me figure out what I'm like wanting to buy. If I have a problem with, you know, being really attracted to marketing with shirts or with bags or with shoes or with whatever. I don't really have a problem with wanting to buy clothes, more so like in stores. It's really like, I hate to admit this, especially online, but it's really like Instagram ads or like Instagram shops or like local or not even local, but like handmade people. Like, I really love Moldy Goldies. This video is kind of about the stay-at-home club shop. I love that shop, but I've really just noticed something that it really affects me. And if you love that shop, it's a great shop. The person who owns it, I think her name is like Olivia. I follow her on Instagram too, and she's really cool. She seems really nice. I'm really happy that she's become so successful, but there's just something with a person who suffers from anxiety and depression and a lot of easy triggers, I guess, and it's really hard to get out of. When you get there, it's like a rut, it's really hard to climb out of. I've just noticed, like, with certain things in that shop, I've gotten, easily marketed to. I'll get there, but anyway, I have noticed that I have these problems, and if I see these, especially women, kicking ass and making stuff, or, designing their own things, I really want to support them, and I really want to feel good about buying someone's handmade objects or hand design objects. And so that's my biggest thing with marketing and being marketed to, is if it is someone who made something, I almost feel guilty if I don't buy it. So it's something I really have to pay attention to. I'll probably make a whole nother video on how I, set up my expense tracker and stuff like that, and my habit tracker for like my vitamins and, walking my dogs, all my habits that I want to keep track of when I'm doing and how much I'm doing it. But let's get to the point of this video. I have noticed that sadness and depression has been almost marketed as cute, and I really have a problem with that. I've never realized it until last week, honestly. I am someone who suffers with anxiety and depression, and I think a lot of people do now. I think it's becoming more and more prevalent in today's society, and I have a lot of, theories of why I think that is, but that is another whole video, and I have a blog post where I kind of touch on it, which I'll link below. But yeah, I just really have noticed that, being depressed or being sad has been marketed to our generation. We have these shirts and stuff that say, I'm really not trying to knock on this shop, I really am not. I just think that everybody has different outlets of dealing with this stuff, and from my personal journey with anxiety and depression, I've realized that this has really played into me being stuck in my depression and stuck in my anxiety. It has nothing to do with this wonderful person who, I don't know if she's wonderful. I assume she's wonderful. She seems like a kick-ass mom on Instagram, but that is the internet, so I have no idea. But she presents herself as a wonderful person. She creates all these designs, she works with other artists, but I do really think that, saying like all her merchandise is just like geared to just stay home, no new friends. I have a shirt personally that says boring is best, which, at first glance that's cute. I can relate to that. I totally understand where she's coming from. I think that's awesome that she has, had this niche, I think is how you say it, niche, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Um, and, been able to grow this brand for herself and be able to support, her, and she has a family, and that's great, and that's awesome, and that's like a dream come true, I'm sure. But for me personally, I think that it's kind of weird, not even with her specifically, a lot of things do this, a lot of brands do this, a lot of people do this, a lot of companies do this. They market, and then you realize, hey, I have all these things that say like just stay home, no new friends, happy alone, and I look in my closet and these are all the symbols and images I'm seeing. I turn on the TV, all I hear about is antidepressants, and all I hear about is, feeling depressed. Well, try this. It might, it might make you want to commit suicide, or it might make you want to do this, or it might make you want to do that. Side effects are, possibly dying, but, you're depressed, so you should take it. And then you'll also need to take these other 3 drugs to take this drug to be able to function normally. So you need to take this antidepressant, but you also need to take this stimulant because you're going to fall asleep all the time. And you also need to take this other drug that helps you eat. And you also need to take this other drug that, helps you have less anxiety or something like that. And it's just crazy like how marketed it's become, which is, it's a serious thing. Anxiety and depression are serious. And a lot of people who don't have them don't understand how serious and day affecting and life affecting they are. But it's crazy to me to sit back and realize like how much my anxiety and depression has been marketed to me to buy products. Literally, I open up my cabinet for like my teas and stuff. I have lavender, I have stress relief, I have calm tea, I have this calm drink that's like a calcium drink and it's vegan. And I have my same brand of calming bath salts and calming bath stuff, and just like all this stress relief and detox and clarity and all this stuff, and it's just so marketable, and it's crazy. Like, I just sat back and I was like, all my stuff is about anxiety and depression, and then I wonder why I'm so anxious and depressed. It's because that's all I see is reminders like, oh, I'm not calm, I bought this because I'm not calm, so I need to be calm. And like, I look at my shirts and it's like boring is best, just stay home, happy alone, and I'm like just surrounded by all these symbols of anxiety and depression, and then I wonder why I'm anxious and depressed. It's crazy. It's like I've made myself not be able to get out of this rut, and it's like those items may not have caused anxiety or depression, but they sure haven't helped me get out of it. And I just really recently realized this. Sorry, there's like a mosquito flying around me. And it's crazy to me that it took me so long to realize this. And I'm not saying that these shirts or the calming drink or calming bath salts or, relaxing teas are bad. It's just interesting to realize how marketable a serious situation as anxiety and depression have become in a capitalistic society. And that, of course, I think it's smart of me to buy these natural products like a calming tea, or, look into what I'm missing from my diet, like maybe magnesium or calcium or whatever, and what I'm lacking or not getting enough of, like B12, B vitamins. I definitely take those. They're for nervous system health. A lot of vegans and vegetarians don't get enough B vitamins. A lot of regular people sounds stupid. No. A lot of people who eat meat and dairy and all that stuff, they miss them too, because the way food is processed now, it's not really put in there, or it's put in there like it's engineered to be put in there not naturally, so it's not the same type of B vitamins that you need. And so I think it's smart to be aware of these things and do it in a healthy way. And I'm not gonna lie, I take anti-anxiety medicine. I take antidepressants, yeah, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. I take them, but I also take vitamins every day. I take myoinositol, helps regulate blood sugar. I take vitamin B complex, vitamin B12, and I take biotin. And from certain days that I'm feeling sick or whatever, or I feel like I need certain other supplements, or I feel like I'm missing out on other things. I'll take other vitamins, but those are my vitamins I take like every day, my vitamins, my supplements. And you know, I do, if I'm having an anxiety attack or feel like I'm about to have a panic attack, I'll drink that calming drink, and it does help. And having these natural things there to where you don't have to take the medicine that is, you know, toxic all the time, or as much as you might need if you didn't have these natural things or these, you know, supplements, then yeah, I mean, I think that's smart to have other natural remedies. But I just think it's crazy that we have marketed ourselves to think it's cute to be in a sad girls club. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to join the club. I don't want to be a part of it. I want to be happy. Why are there no marketings for like happy? Like, because you wouldn't need to buy anything if you were happy. Like, you wouldn't need to buy into this capitalistic society if you were happy, you know? So like, people are marketing you to feel depressed and to feel like it's cool to be sad, so you can keep buying shit to not be sad. Mind blown, right? For me, it was like, no happy clubs exist. No, oh, happy girls or like happy boys. It's only sad boys, sad girls. Why? Why are we sad? We literally live in a world that has like running water. And I mean, I know some places don't, but you know, the majority of the population on the planet has, I take that back, higher countries like Canada, UK, US, we all have, like, majority of us have a lot. You know, we should be really thankful, and there should be no reason we're sad. Again, yes, anxiety, depression, it's real. You can't get out of it. Sometimes there's no real reason why you're sad or why you're depressed, but stop letting these companies market you to feel like it's cool or like it's okay and like you shouldn't be working to better yourself and making yourself happy. Because I think that's a lot of the reason why people can't get out of depression or get out of I cannot talk when I make these videos, or get out of anxiety, is because we're marketed to believe that it's cute, or subconsciously we feel like we relate more to other people now because it's such a big thing in this culture, or, you know, whatever the reason. It's okay to be sad, it's okay to be depressed, but don't let it become something that you feel is normalized, or like you don't need to get out of it, or you don't need to work to be better or happier or fuller of a person. You know, sometimes it's really hard, sometimes it takes a long time, but you've got to focus on the good to get good out. You got to be good to have good. You got to do good to be good. So, you know, if you're feeling sad or feeling depressed, maybe go donate. Maybe go donate some stuff to the animal shelter. Maybe go volunteer. Maybe go down, if you're in Jacksonville, to Rethreaded and see if you can volunteer there with some, you know, of the women that work there. Maybe go down to Hubbard House. Look into volunteering at an animal shelter. You know, maybe like be surrounded by things that show you that you don't have it that bad, or, you know, things could be a lot worse. Or, you know, if you think that's gonna make you feel more depressed, maybe really think about what is causing your depression, and if you can't figure it out, you know, try to do things that will make you happy, which when you're depressed, that can be hard, but you just gotta try every day, because the more you try, the easier it gets. It's a compounding effect. The more you do things that make you happy, the more you'll feel happy. It seems so simple to say, and it's so hard to do, but don't join the sad club. Give up your membership. Sad boys and sad girls aren't cute. It's a serious thing, and it shouldn't be taken as a joke, and it shouldn't be taken as something that is a marketable trend. Being sad shouldn't be a trend. It's so serious, and I feel like it's become a joke, and I feel like it's become something that companies profit off of to the point where it's disgusting, and we should really just be happy, and we should realize that people don't want us to be happy in the, you know, capitalistic side of things, because then we aren't marketable for all these other things that we don't really need. And it just blows my mind that I realized this recently. And I know I'm rambling at this point, so I'm gonna cut it off. I'll link the blog post that I have about giving up or revoking my membership to the Sad Girls Club, because this is something that I think is super big. And I really thank God that what did I say that? That's just a figure of speech. I'm very thankful that I found minimalism, because I think that I don't know if I would have ever realized this without it. I don't think I would have ever realized it without living with purpose and trying to be really conscious of what I'm buying and what I'm spending my money on and spending my time and spending my thoughts on. And it's really helped me realize that, uh, I don't want to be sad, and I don't want to be marketed as a sad girl, and I don't think it's healthy to keep on playing into a sadness role, and I want to be happy. And that sucks for the capitalism in society, but it does not suck for me. I want to be happy, and I think you should be happy too. And if any of this makes sense to you, I would love if you gave it a thumbs up and like it to spread the happiness. Balto's crying in the background, so I need to go make sure he's happy. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more videos on zero waste veganism and minimalism and all things surrounding such topics. And yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, leave a comment if you have anything positive to say, and I'll link my blog and my Instagram below in the box below, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching.